Welcome to the fifth installment of the Tara Gates Anderson video blog. I'm Tara Gates Anderson, and the question of the day is, are you ready to ante up? You know what, better yet, I'm not asking a question. I want to share with you that it's time to ante up. If God came to you today and asked you, what are you willing to pay up? What are you willing to settle up? What are you willing to give up to follow him? What would you say? You know, at the beginning of this blog, I used the song by M.O.P. Ante Up. Couple of reasons. I used to listen to it back in the day, and it was fitting for this particular blog because it also reminded me of a sermon I heard as well as one of my favorite scriptures and how they all connected. And I want to share this with you today. At the beginning of the M.O.P. song, Ante Up, the first verse goes, take minks off, take things off, take chains off, take rings off, ante up, everything off. So when I started thinking about that, okay, this person that is being asked to take some things off or stripped of some things and probably against their will, it just started making me think about Luke 9:23, which the scripture reads, and then he said to them all, if anyone desires to come after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross daily, and follow me. So I understood what the deny and the follow meant. I was trying to get a better, clearer understanding of what it meant to take up my cross daily. So I read some commentary, did some research, and I was having a discussion with a prayer partner the other day, and we were talking about this very verse. And to take up your cross daily, recall to my memory a sermon that I heard that a pastor gave. It was a while back, but it was very powerful, and it stuck with me to this day. He was speaking on people's relationship with Christ and what they were willing to do to have a relationship with Christ. And mid-sermon, he said, you know, everyone wants to sleep with God, but no one wants to have his baby. And I was like, whoa, that was heavy. But it's true. We want to call on God in the midnight hour when we're alone and pray to him for things that we want or need. And the minute everything is okay and everything levels off and you're back to cruising at 30,000 feet, having a relationship or calling on God seems to become a burden. Or so we think. And we may not want to nurture that baby. We just want to sleep with him. We don't want to have that baby because we know that we have to take some things off. We have to stop doing some of the things that we're doing. So, you know, in thinking about that, going back to the scripture, take up your cross daily. When you think back to Roman times, when criminals or whoever is going to be crucified, they have to carry their own cross. And people try to interpret that to me, this is just a cross I have to bear in this day and age anyway. This is just a cross I have to bear. You know, my unhappy marriage, my job I hate, a situation that I'm in. That's just the burden I bear. That's not what take up your cross or bearing your cross means. Taking up your cross daily, when you think of people carrying their cross to crucifixion, carrying a device, this is a device that you're going to take your last breath on. You're going to die on. In one of the most humiliating and painful ways to die during that time, that's you dying to self. When you take up your cross daily, you're dying to self. So when we have a baby, so to speak, when we commit to having that relationship with Christ by having his baby, we are dying to ourselves because now we're responsible and committed to taking care of someone else, something else, and dying to self to honor God. And in doing that, you have to take some things off, like it says in the song. We have to take off sinning, fornication, anything that is impeding our growth and our progress and deepening our relationship with Christ. So I just wanted to share just how that means, you know, what that means, and how if God came to you today, would you be ready to ante up? Would you be ready to take some things off? Would you be ready to take up your cross daily? Or better yet, would you be ready to have his baby? You know, game time is over. You know, it's time to get serious about your life with Christ. In starting this blog, salvation was the foundation for the blog. I wanted to share with others how to have a relationship with Christ. I encourage you to comment below, get connected to the conversation, be transparent, and get free. go to TaraGatesAnderson.com, click on the prayer and salvation tab. I have the prayer of salvation that you can say right there to dedicate your life, to give your life or rededicate your life to Jesus Christ. If you would like me to say that with you, feel free to reach out to me through the contact page on the blog, and I can say it with you. I can be there for you as you begin or re-embark on your journey of growing your relationship with Christ. So thank you for joining the blog today, and just remember, it's time to ante up.